Hi folks, Rich here. How's everyone doing? How was Christmas? Was it good? Christmas Day? Christmas Eve? Anticipation? The main event? Boxing Day? Hope everyone had a great time. So, I just thought I would share this latest and last guitar of the year. This is a G&L ASAT Tribute. So it's the Indonesian? Yeah, Indonesian version. So I guess like Squire is to Fender, Epiphone is to Gibson kind of scenario. It's obviously a telly, as you can well see. It was in the Andertons sale, so it's reduced from 500 to 349. So it's this lovely burst. You can see the wood grain through there, look. One thing I do like about G&L's, and it's only my second one, is you still get brass saddles, which I'm a big fan of, but you get 6 of them here. They're still like sort of old school looking ones with the springs on the back, but just helps you with your intonation. Not that I need to worry about that because I'm always out of tune, but if I did. It's got the MFD pickups on here, which I saw, I think it was Colin, Colin if you're watching, did a video, or was it someone else who, yeah, that's Colin. And these aren't actually all that hot in terms of ohms. I think they're like about 6 and about 5, but they sound bright and sharp and spankily. It's got a belly cut on here. Colin's done a great video on this, by the way. Look at the wood grain through there, it's very pretty. It's a maple neck. The truss, there's no skunk stripes, so the truss rod's inside here, and you probably won't be able to see easily here, but just about the maple board has been glued onto the maple neck, and it's a satin finish. It's not completely unfinished like some guitars. It doesn't have quite as much of a finish on it as the PRS, but it's not unfinished. So that's okay. The fretwork's all right as well. Nothing sticking out, not spectacular, and there's a couple of slightly rough-ish spots on the neck here where that's not been finished and where my thumb is on this side. No big deal. The frets themselves are, they're not dirty, but they're not polished. You can't see them that well. The tuners feel smooth. They feel very sort of on par with a Mexican Fender, that kind of quality. And the nut, doesn't tell you what kind of nut this is, but it doesn't seem to be cut too high on here, and the shoulders aren't sticking over. You can't really see. That all looks okay. It came, action was a bit high. I've just given the truss rod a bit of a tweak, and I've dropped the saddles down slightly as well. And it's got these, they're not quite mushroom style ones, but they're the bigger ones, look. So that's good. And all the ferrules are really neat and tidy on the back. So, as you'll probably remember, and I know a lot of people, this old headstock's a bit of a funny old design, isn't it? But I'm trying to relax a little bit on headstocks because, I don't know, I mean, when you've had an upside down headstock for a long time, you can't be moaning that you don't like weird looking headstocks. It's all right, you know, it's not offending me. It's not offending me. And I haven't weighed the guitar, but this is about a medium kind of weight. It's not heavy, it's not light. The fingerboard says it's a 9-inch radius. The actual thickness here, it feels wide-ish and chunky-ish. Certainly not mega chunky, but yeah, a little bit fatter than some. No rolled fret edges on here. It's funny, isn't it, how you get used to things with the Chapman's being so good rolled. So yeah, the neck feels okay, you know. It's nothing special. It's okay. It's finished okay. The frets are okay. Yeah, it's just okay. Nothing spectacular. And the guitar tones are interesting. It's slightly out of tune. Obviously new strings. Give that's just on the clean channel. I'll take the delay off so it's. I noticed the volume knob graduates reasonably well to about half, and then it just goes off, or maybe about 2/3. The tone knob is responsive. So it sounds like a, no, what does it sound like? It sounds like a sort of a bright, yeah, like a modern, yeah, like a sort of a, yeah, a modern, bright sounding telly. It's got medium jumbo frets, but they're on the slightly bigger side of medium, I'd say. Let's see a Behringer Centaur, the clonk. I'd encourage you to go over to the Guitaristas and have a look at Colin's review. He takes it apart a little bit and has a bit of a closer look. So my first impressions, and it's not been with me very long, is that it's a nice looking telly. The pickups sound bitey and bright. This switch, and Colin mentioned this as well, it's perfectly okay, but it's quite flimsy. It's a bit of, yeah, it doesn't feel too spectacular. I think the only thing that's, and it's not really a letdown, excuse me, sorry, that's not really a letdown, but the neck just feels unspectacular. I appreciate it's not an expensive guitar, and I know I'm being picky, that's just how I am, but I'm just comparing it to the Chapmans, where the necks on those, especially the standard series, are very, very good. You know, the rolling's nice and the fretwork's good. This doesn't feel as good as that. It certainly doesn't feel as good as the PRS, but that's PRS, isn't it? But 349, this or a classic vibe, you know, it's feels like a lot more of an instrument, I suppose. I have a soft spot for classic vibes, as you know. I like the sound of the pickups on those, and the fretwork's always good and they're always polished and shiny. But yeah, let me know. I know there's a lot of G&L fans out there. Has anyone got one of these? Do you like it? Is it for you? Is it your bag? What do you think of this one? I'd be interested to hear your comments.